Hi guys, my name is Lelasophia. I am an artist and fine jewelry designer. If you like contemporary fine jewelry, if you like luxury handbags, all things interiors, and I have some fun videos for you. You guys, today I have kind of an ongoing perpetual series. Not that I've been negative, but you know, we're in a transitional time is a much more positive way to say it. We're in a very transitional time here in the luxury fashion community. And you know what? We're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. I'm gonna start trying to be more positive, as I always try to be, and talk about all the really exciting things that are happening within the industry. And before everything not for the last time, of course, but before everything completely flips over and shifts, I thought it would be fun to go over some of my current favorite bags, perhaps some of the last of your favorite creative directors. First and foremost, if you guys are new here, thank you so much for tuning in. I can't wait to see you in all of my future videos. Make sure that you like this video, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram, lelasophia jewelry. I put out videos 3 days a week, and so I cannot wait to see you guys in the next one. Okay, again, I either just have or just will put out my video. Again, we're mustering up all of our saved energy from how absolutely crazy the musical chairs were, and looking forward to more positive, settled, perhaps, I'm hoping, but I think settled days ahead. And so I definitely will be going over what I'm personally most excited about, or more so who I'm most excited about at these houses. What in the sense of what vibe do I think they're gonna bring? What am I looking forward to them bringing new life into very old, incredible, legendary heritage houses? And then I was like, you know what? I have totally gone on record saying I've been a little bit bored lately. And not just bored, but it's also like, it's hard to feel like you can buy into a house now when either the design team did the current collection, or it's a collection that's kind of filtering out the last of the creative director who's already started work at another house. And then I really said to myself, okay, but there are some really amazing bags either just coming in, or that I'm just discovering, or that I really just want to highlight a bit more. Most of these brands are from the heritage houses, but then of course I'm going to bring in some of my favorite houses that really, you know, will always be foundational, I think, in our world, in our community over here. So it's a bit of a mixed bag, including, mixed bag. It's a bit of a mixed bag, sorry, pun intended. However, I'm also going to add in one house to start with, because I really need your help on this. And then the rest of this video is not me wishing for these pieces, but this one I fear is top of my wish list. And this is not a heritage house, so to kind of start with a bit of an anomaly, I figured it would be fun to just add this in here and show you guys what I've been completely obsessing over. I wish this was sponsored, trust me. I would hopefully already have something on the way if it was, okay. Not sponsored, but there is a brand called Elborn, a Korean brand that I found through my biggest style inspo, Charlotte Emily Sanders. Take a drink of water every time I say her name, because I say it plentifully. I don't even know if that's a real phrase, but I say it constantly. She is my #1 style icon, especially these days, but really I'm just like so settled in my, I don't know, having her be #1 on my mood board daily. And this was back in January. Yeah, like I think right after Christmas, I was like, girl, do you have a new bag to show us? What's going on, right? After or before she got her Signet bag, that I was like, okay, now I'm obsessed. And then I rebought a new Signet bag, which I'm so excited about. I feel like I still need a black one, but literally the first post that I saw with her, she was like sauntering on a beach, and I was like, oh, she finally got a Margot. No, come to find out, this is a Korean brand called Elborn, again, to repeat myself, that at first, you know, how many videos have I done talking about the Margot? I've even done alternatives to the Margot and ones that aren't like actual dupes. This one I did not know about. And so this is almost a really cool hybrid of a dupe and an alternative, because in and of itself, it's almost like one of the older Margaux with the handles on the inside. If you were to just take the bare bones of the bag, it's almost a dupe. The measurements, however, look really good. I've heard that people say that the larger size is akin, actually it's not akin, it's in between the 12 and the 15, which I think is kind of maybe perfect and almost idealistic. And then there's a really cool outside pocket on the outside. Wow, that was redundant. There's a really cool pocket with such a beautiful, subtle little detail closure. And after looking at that bag for the last 5 months on Charlotte, I have completely become obsessed. And so my question to you guys is, will I be cheating on the row if I get one? And do you have one already? Because if you do, I'd really love to hear your thoughts. Obviously, I wish I could always reach through the screen and touch and feel. Of all the Margot alternatives, this one has become my favorite, like bar none, hands down. And when we talk about the price, like, hello, that could be kind of incredible and iconic, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on that one. That is my favorite, and honestly, I think I highly recommend, even though I don't have one yet. Riding on the coattails of the Met Gala, where I am so grateful that one designer I feel has not gotten enough praise finally is or will be getting more praise, because Daniel Lee. The Daniel Lee of it all for Burberry that I've been talking about since the first collection. How iconic, how incredible, how already staple heritage, in my opinion, Daniel Lee has made his interpretation of Burberry. Just saying. I saw, which you will probably see a theme because this is clearly my vibe right now. There is the cutest little, again, like everybody's about to roll their eyes who watches all of my videos, because I am having some weird love affair for very 90s, quite literally, like the Row 90s bag, the Row Round 90s bag, pencil case style bags, and this one from Burberry, I would buy. It is so cute. Like, again, there are just so many elements of Daniel Lee's interpretation of Burberry that I could yammer on about forever, and literally this is so perfect because it's adding in the check but in such a miniaturized version. Same thing that he does with the shoes. I don't know. I would wear this. I love the tones. I love the colors. I think this is so overlooked. Shall we just do a very fun transition? Shall we do the cheesiest transition of all time and go right to Bottega Veneta? Because again, very excited to see Louise Trotter, and now we're just in that weird purgatory where not a lot is happening. And then I was like, nope, take multiple looks on the website, take multiple looks. And then I said to myself, this needs to be put out here, because if you are a Matthew Blazy fan for the fun, whimsical elements that he brought to Bottega Veneta, I'm gonna rapid fire these. I'm going to rapid fire because for the unexpected, playful, again, to repeat myself, whimsical moments that he brought to Bottega Veneta, there are some that have just arrived and maybe will still be arriving over the next month or so that I'm like, if I had the coin, are you kidding me, to like just buy a fun novelty bag that's very expensive, thousands of dollars still, I would choose one of these. And on to the really insane fun. Again, I would put the flowers in here, but that's just so on the other side. Go onto Etsy and find a hand crocheted basket bouquet of flowers and you do a Bottega moment, okay? Because we're not gonna be spending $8,000 on a gorgeous, you know, sunflower situation bouquet thing. I would put that in here, but here are some better alternatives that are actually functional. Again, to ride on the coattails of my own bandana foulard bag, I do really, really love, again, I'm the minimal queen. However, I can appreciate these really fun, like the literal picnic blanket and then the literal handkerchief pattern on this bag. Oh my God, on these bags, the two different variations. Like, again, I really, really, really hope Cassie Thorpe gets one of these. If you are for some reason watching this, please get one. I'm looking at it right now. She's hanging on my window. I love her so much. I love, and I hunted for my bandana foulard bag that, yes, she's minimal and green with a gold handle. But again, if I was more fun, that I wish I was, that I wish I could live out my fun dreams maybe one day, these are so good. There's also a quite literal lunchbox, like apple lunchbox bag. Hello, that's amazing. And then there's like literally a grocery bag. I saw a woman the other day, I was with my mom, it was such an awkward moment, and that's just me. Listen, I live in New York and I'm still so awkward. It's insane, meaning I should be like beeline it through the crowds of people, and I will yell like several people away, I love your jacket. I will do that, and I did that the other day with my mom, literally just days ago, because a woman was wearing the leather the paper but made with leather brown bag that he did 2 years ago, something like that, that I would die for. I wouldn't, but like I would love in my collection. And I literally yelled to this woman, I love that Bottega bag. She did not hear me. She did not care. She probably even shook her head. She was like, what is this crazy girl yelling at me? Yeah, I'm that obsessed, okay? They're kind of iconic. We kind of know all of my Magda Butrym favorites, right? However, I don't think I've spent enough time on this adorable little clutch bag, which is so cute, with top handle. The Apollonia bag that now comes, which I think, no offense, but I think it needed it because by itself, we know I'm simple, but it was a bit too simple and boxy. And for some reason, the flowers that she added in this new collection, prior it just came plain. I'm sure that is still an option if you want. But she added the leather dangling wilted, or I see them as wilted roses that just like dangle down. They're very Axel Vivort, if you know, you know. She added those as a part of the bag, not an add-on, and like golf clap. That was so perfect. I love this bag. I just wish that I liked Phoebe Philo's bags more, and they're just not for me as a client. I so love them on the people that it works for. I love them on Kendall Jenner. I love them on my friend, girl on the Upper East Side. Mary, hopefully one day I know Mary will pick her perfect Phoebe bag. I'm just not the client. However, then this gigantic trifold clutch came and I was like, my ears perked up, okay? This is fun and oversized, so Phoebe, so simple, so chic. I think I saw it first on was it on Lori or Marcy Hirschleifer? It was on one of them, I can't remember. And I was like, come again? I might need to be looking this up on the website. It is gorgeous, it is stunning. Again, love a chic, very like minimal to an nth degree almost. However, something when you then make it oversized, it adds a bit of novelty, and that I'm loving in her designs. And I just did an entire video on this, so I will just quickly, like this is rapid fire, seriously. The Cecily, the Imogene, and the Barn Tote from the Row Summer 2025 collections. Oh, again, like I wish I wasn't, I don't wish, because I'm very grateful for where I am right now. However, if I was in a different period of my life where I needed a mom bag, where I needed fun pop around things, the Barn Tote is so cool. I literally love it. Of course I love it, and actually they called it blue and I was like, wait, it looks green to me. So whatever this shade is, the minimal shades, of course, I love. However, like that still is adding color for me, but the stripes of it all, I'm literally obsessed. And I genuinely cannot pick between sizes. I think that the sizes are genius. The Imogene, you guys, first of all, Imogen Heap is like one of my favorite artists of all time, so love the name. However, like I need to know if this feels like chainmail, and I need to know if this feels like fabric, because which one is it? I don't know what it feels like. Apparently it's 87% brass or steel if you go for the silver. Like, as a jewelry designer, I'm on the floor. I'm like crying in a pool of like, oh my God, this is the most beautiful thing ever. Yeah, again, both sizes are iconic. These I will be so excited to see in person. And the Cecily, I know, so me, yes I know, everybody can roll their eyes, but I did just see it on the Met Gala carpet last night, and I just love it. I'm sorry, but I would buy both sizes of this. Again, not what I need. However, if you need this, please, I will live vicariously through you. Both sizes are so cute. I like that it's a different bag in both sizes. That's kind of, it's kind of a theme in some of these pieces, right? Which I think is really cool and a bit different for them. The small size of this, I would add in a heartbeat. Just to give credit where credit is due, because oftentimes when a namesake creative director / designer steps down, sometimes things can go a little left, okay? But I just have to talk about how incredible Dries Van Noten is this year, and that makes me so excited because Dries is my brother's favorite brand. It has been for like 10 years. And so I have some weird tie to it, and I'm like, oh no, I want it to still be perfect and ethereal and grand and beautiful. And I just have to talk about like perfect for wedding season, perfect for event season. Oh, I'm just, again, these are the things that I would spend my money on if I wasn't trying to really create a capsule collection. If I could just add this gorgeous evening beaded, like satin silk green sea mossy evening bag, can you tell I like it, into my collection, it is stunning. And we know how I feel. Actually, the one Dries bag that I have, I still love, and it still is such a good evening bag. I was going to say, we know how I feel about the clasp bags that just came out this last year, but these envelope style evening bags, I think, deserve more attention. This one is like, I think it's a masterpiece. And lastly, because this is not a wish list, but I think this could be on a lot of people's wish lists because it is a popular girl. And we know that I don't focus on the trend bags of it all. However, can we believe, like, I am about to say that this trendy, hyper trendy bag I'm obsessed with by Miu Miu. Again, I have some kind of issue. These little vanity style pencil case situation bags, I live for these days. Something about them is just so dainty, so cute, so ridiculous, and so functional. Love the oxymoronic nature of all those things that I just said. I tried this on in person and I'm just a PSA, she's perfect. You all could use one. It's so iconic and adorable and a little fun, a bit more whimsical than the Row version, definitely more whimsical, a bit softer than the Proenza Schooler, than the Reformation. Not every, but a lot of brands have these little tube bags now. She's the softest, a little playful, yet could still be worn as an evening bag version, in my humble opinion. You guys, those are my picks, my current favorite bag offerings right now. Dying to hear your thoughts. I cannot wait to continue this conversation as per usual, and I'm so grateful for you guys for watching. Bye, guys.